and welcome back to Down to the Wire with Courtney and Chanel. I'm Courtney.
I'm Chanel.
And we're talking football.
Yes, football is always good to talk about. Let's get into the biggest disappointments so far this season. Who has been the biggest disappointment, you would say? Oh, you look a little emotional. You look like this is personal.
Odell Beckham Jr. And it's not even that, like, he's a disappointment in his gameplay, because I think that Eli and the offensive line are a big part of why the Giants aren't performing the way that they could be performing. And I get, having emotions and expressing your emotions. And I get, like, when someone asks you a question, if somebody asks me a question, if an interviewer were to ask me a question, and I feel a type of way, I'm going to be honest. But at the same time, he's doing so much talking.
Right.
So much talking every week.
I saw his outburst and I was like, I thought Courtney said that he grew up.
I thought he did grow up. And it's just really frustrating because I'm like, stop. Just stop, yo. Like, the only touchdown you have this season is a touchdown that you threw. Granted, that's still cool for you to be a wide receiver and you threw a touchdown. That's awesome. But we're 7 weeks in.
Right. That's not what your paycheck says.
Right. And you're the highest paid wide receiver and you don't have a touchdown.
Yeah.
Granted, you're not the only one. Julio don't have a touchdown either. Or did he get a touchdown this past week?
I don't know, but Antonio Brown got a touchdown.
Okay, congrats. But, like, I get it. Things are a little rough. But it's just still, like, all this hype was built up this offseason. All this hype was built up around you.
Yeah.
I really thought that you changed as a human. And you disappointed me.
This is getting deep. That was deep.
I'm upset.
That was deep. That's his boy, too.
Disrespect.
I would have to say, I know you're not going to care about this disappointment because their failure means your success.
Yes.
I'm going to have to say the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, look. They have been
atrocious
to watch. Oh my God, they have been terrible. First of all,
it's been kind of fun.
Even though they lost to the Steelers, granted, I thought that was going to be a good game. It wasn't that good.
It was not a good game.
Their defense is horrible. Their offense clearly,
they can't score in the end zone.
Right, their offense clearly is not good enough to overcome that. Because if you look at the Steelers, their defense is pretty bad too. They're getting it a little bit together, but their defense is pretty bad too. But they have to overcome.
Oh, just a heads up, Julio Jones still does not have the receiving.
Yeah, and that goes along with my disappointment.
7 receiving yards.
Yeah, that goes along with my disappointment. I mean, that O-line, if your defense is going to be that bad, you have to make sure your offense is immaculate. And that O-line has allowed Matt Ryan to get sacked 17 times. Aww. You're talking about Matt Ryan,
Maggie Slush.
This team was a one football half away from being Super Bowl champs.
Well, guess what? They lost.
Matt Ryan, he was the league MVP. And right now, that team just looks like they don't know who they are. They're 30th in total defense, and they allowed the third most yards.
I think it's absolutely beautiful to watch.
Of course it is for you to watch. But I don't want to see the Falcons being bad does not make that division fun. I want to see them go at it with the Panthers, the Saints.
I mean, but the Saints and the Panthers are making this division fun, and even the Buccaneers, because the Buccaneers. No, but the Buccaneers have had some pretty good games this season. They've had some pretty fun.
But they're not in that. They're not in the.
Yeah,
I
mean,
you know
what? It's fine. I mean, he's only got one team.
Of course, it's fine for you.
So, but I'm cool with it.
They're disappointing me because they're not in my division. So I don't want them to be as stinky as they've been playing. So that's who.
Okay, so with the game on the line this past week, we've got Aaron Rodgers versus the 49ers. This is coming down to the wire.
He's crazy. We've
got Tom Brady versus the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that
was an instant classic. Like
that game was won by Gostkowski.
Yeah.
And a field goal.
Yeah, I know he got me 22 points in fantasy.
Okay, and Ben Roethlisberger and the Bengals.
Yeah. I mean the old guys. They're doing it this week.
All right. So who are you giving your game ball to?
I would have to give my game ball to, and I'm not trying to be biased. I have to give my game ball. I have to give my game ball to Ben Roethlisberger. This is why I have to give my game ball to Ben Roethlisberger. That game as like it within itself was very emotional because that was the last time they've played with Shazier. It's a division game. That team has been killing this season so far, and he threw the game-winning touchdown. I mean, granted, Aaron Rodgers, he's bad, but I mean, it was a game-winning drive. He didn't throw a touchdown. I'm sorry. Tom Brady, I get it, but I mean, the kicker really won a game if you really want to talk about it. But I'm just saying, Ben, because as a quarterback, he did his job to a T perfectly. He watched the defense, he saw what they were doing, and he got the ball into the best wide receiver's hand in the league. So my game ball has to go to Ben Roethlisberger. He finished with 1 touchdown, 369 yards. He was 32 for 46. So I gotta give it to. It was hard, but I gotta give it to Ben.
All right. Well, my game ball is going to the bad man himself.
Yeah, the baddest.
Aaron Rodgers, because he's obviously still hurt.
Yeah.
You go watch him play, and he's obviously still hurt.
Right.
But granted, we know no one expected this game to be even close. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember when they showed who the Monday night game was, I was like, man, I don't even want to watch this. Mm-hmm. And I watched it and I was like, wait, this is a really good game.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna watch it, but I was like,
And we had CJ Beathard, and I didn't know who this man was before Monday night. But he was 16 for 23.
He said, you gonna know who I am today.
Yeah, he said, you gonna know who I am today. And I was like, yo, like the 49ers actually came to play. Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers did what Aaron Rodgers does. He did not let his team down. He came back that second half and was like, nah. He came back that fourth quarter, the end of the fourth quarter, and was like, I don't care, there's 4 minutes left. We about to score. And just the whole last 2 minutes, the team as a whole looks so solid, and I think that is because of him. That 2-minute drill that I guess they practiced was perfect. Every single catch those receivers were making. Adams, every single thing that he caught, he knew, I'm going right out of bounds. I know how much time we have left. Yes, it did come down to a field goal, but that offense and Aaron Rodgers being as precise as he was the reason why they won, and that's why he's getting the game ball for me. I can't argue with it.
Yeah, I can't argue with it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is bad. He is bad.
Bad man.
Speaking of bad, well, not in the good way. So it looks like the NFL, they're reviewing Vontaze Burfict, a few plays from the Steelers game. So the one play that they are reviewing, the elbow shot where he hit Antonio Brown in the head. What do you think about how the league, how they're handling these hits, how they're handling penalizing players?
I mean, we've seen this a lot lately, that they're coming back after the game and they're looking at these hits and then they're fining. And I mean, Vontaze Burfict, he's always been a dirty player. Yeah. And you can call it passion, whatever. I call it dirty.
Nah, it's a difference. Clay Matthews is passionate. Burfict is dirty.
I think that there's no reason why you should. There's just no reason why you should be playing as dirty as you are, because at the end of the day, people's health is at risk.
Right.
And by you doing this, you're not really getting an edge, because at the end of the day, most likely you're going to get flagged for it anyways. Right. So you're costing your team, and then you're injuring someone else, or possibly injuring someone else, or injuring yourself. And it's like, why? Why? Because you can't keep your hands off people?
Yeah. And I think it's interesting because he already has $4 million worth of fines over his 7-year career.
Crazy.
And I think
is there an end? Like, is there a cap for the NFL?
Well, I do not want to say this, and I pray this does not happen, but it might take somebody literally dying on the field. I'm just saying, because that hit, if you watch the hit, Antonio Brown was down. He was down. And he came in, and now what if, his head was positioned a different way, and, or his helmet came off right before he hit him. There's different things that come into play. And I think that the league, they are watching the roughing the passer and all these other penalties that they're starting to, really keep a close eye on. But they need to make an example out of him. They need to suspend him, and they need to let him know, because he is a repeated offender. They need to let him know it's not okay. I don't care if this is a rivalry. I don't care if, you know, you're angry. This is not.
It's not okay.
It's not what this league is about. So I think they do need to make an example
NFL, you need
out
to
of him.
tighten up, man.
You
need to tighten
They're
up.
tightening up in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
They need to tighten up in the right places. So hopefully they get it together.